Good morning, good people. Come on now, you guys got to let me know. There's a hell of a lot of excitement in the air, yes? September 5th, NFL is starting. Come on now. Come on now. Don't tell me I'm the only excited individual out here that the NFL is back. This is one of my favorite time of the years, people. No word of a lie. I get to trash talk. You know? Whole bunch of people support a whole bunch of different teams. In case anybody wants to know the team that I support, you guys see that logo right there? This is the best team in the NFL. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to say it again. The best team in the NFL. Oh yeah, we're going to do some outstanding things this season. First thing we're going to do this season is we're going to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. So we're going to take over our division. We're going to be in first place in this division. You heard it here first. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to lose maximum 5 games this season. That's the second thing that we're going to do. And if you guys tick me off, the third thing we're going to do is actually win the Super Bowl. That's right. That's right, I said it. The Las Vegas Raiders, if you tick me off, we are going to win the Super Bowl. Because you guys got to understand something. It's no longer silver and black. It's a black and silver. She's upstairs. It's the black and silver now, baby. Yes, sirree, Bob. And really and truly, because it's my team, I can let you guys know the culture is very, very different right now out there in Vegas. With new leadership, we got a new head coach. The culture, the whole attitude is way different this season. I know a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, but who's your quarterback? Listen to me very carefully, my friend. The young gentleman that we got from Indianapolis, I'm okay with that quarterback for the simple fact of the matter that last year, he messed me up. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's one of those kind of mobile quarterbacks that continues working. He reminds me of a Fitzpatrick. So because of that, I'm okay with the quarterback that we have. I'm fine with that. My defense is going to be something that people are going to be talking about a lot this season, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. So who's your team, sir? I'm just curious. What team will you be supporting this season if you're not supporting the silver and black or the black and silver? Because I'm telling you, man, I don't know. I'm expecting some good things out of my squad. There's another team that I'm letting you guys know directly is going to do very, very amazing this season. The Green Bay Packers. Raiders all day, Deborah. Yes, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. In case people didn't get a chance to see the logo, let me show it to you guys again. The hottest logo in the NFL right here. That's right. And you guys got to understand, I'm a passionate Raider fan. I don't care if they don't win one game this season. I'm still going to be up here every single week talking trash. You understand? Like they're the best team that God's ever created. Yes, sir. You know what? That's right. Also, hey, the Raider Nation has to stick together, right? There's no other nation like us. No other nation like us. Green Bay Packers, they're going to be a very, very decent squad. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the fact of the matter that they're all young. That young nucleus is developing together. You saw the noise that they were making last season, towards the end of last season. I think this season they're going to make one step further, and by next season they're going to be in midstream, in my personal humble opinion. I'm a little bit ticked at Green Bay because they stole my running back. Toronto Argonauts are going to win the Grey Cup this year? Not if Montreal Alouettes have anything to say about it, sir. I'm letting you know that, upstart. My Alouettes are looking to go back-to-back, baby. Ha ha! And I'm excited about that because it's been a long time since... You got to understand something. Me as an individual that grew up here in Montreal, I could honestly say that even though we won Grey Cups in the past, we relied a lot on star players. Well, listen, the Als are doing pretty good so far, man. I mean, they've only lost one game this season. My problem with the Als is I would much rather them lose a couple more games during the regular season than go into the playoffs 10-1, because you know what ends up happening then. Remember, it's only one and done in the playoffs. And then next thing you know, they're going to go to the playoffs and they're going to lose the one game that... I would rather them take that loss in the regular season is all I'm trying to say. Even if they got to take one or two more losses during the regular season and go into the playoffs and just wipe everybody out. I'd rather that. Because for me, it's going to hurt a hell of a lot more to finish the season 10-1, go into the playoffs, play your first game, and get beat. That means your whole 10-1 season goes right down the drain. In my humble personal opinion. But if yeah, if by chance they actually do finish the season with losing just one game and winning the Grey Cup, well now, that's a making of a dynasty right there, wouldn't you say? So crazy, wouldn't you agree with me? That would be amazing. I'm telling you, that'd be the beginning of a dynasty. Yes, sirree. But I mean, like, honestly speaking, the Alouettes are impressing me. No word of a lie. Like, it's probably the best complete team I've seen the Alouettes have in forever. I believe that the team last year and the team that they have this year is better than the Grey Cup teams that we've had in the past. Why? Because the Grey Cup teams that we had in the past wasn't a complete team. We had an amazing offense, and we just needed the defense to kind of hold things down for us back then, because we had Anthony Calvillo and we had maybe one nice wide receiver out there. So everything was banked on the offense. Toronto's not a bad team. Toronto's good every year. Eva, Toronto's good every single year. No word of a lie. It's only this year that they got to sit back up to my Montreal Alouettes. The only problem is that the one loss on my Montreal Alouettes record, the Toronto Argonauts were the one that gave it to them. So that's why I can never sleep on that. In the Canadian Football League, the one thing I realize is it really does not matter how good your record is. Yeah, the vibe, the offense was very, very nice, but it was just sad because as far as I was concerned, back in Calvillo day, it was a predictable offense. Because you would have a running back like a Pringle, and then you would have a wide receiver, one of the star wide receivers, and that was the basis of their offense. Hand off to the running back to pick up garbage yards, and you're just passing it to your star receiver. So I always felt that they were way too basic. I mean, if an individual like myself that never actually played in an organized football game is able to know exactly what they're doing, what do you think defensive coordinators on the sideline are able to predict and dissect? So that was always my problem with the Alouettes of the past. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but I just figured that it was a very, very predictable team. You knew what you were getting with them. You knew that if Anthony Calvillo did not perform, the Alouettes weren't going anywhere. This year and last year, it's a complete squad. They have ballers on both sides of the ball, on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. So, yes, It's a proud time to be living here in Montreal and supporting the Montreal Alouettes. I'll let you know that. The last couple of years, they put a complete team on the field, and that's all we could ask for. Yeah, we did. You're absolutely right. We still got rings with just basic and predictable offense. You're absolutely correct. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that I like the fact of the matter that, you know what? I'd rather have a complete team with ballers on both sides of the ball instead of being top heavy on one side of the ball, is all I was really trying to say. Because realistically speaking, all the defenses that the Alouettes had back then, they were just basic average defense. You understand? They couldn't go out there and win a game for you. They could just go out there and keep you in the game. So you needed that Anthony Calvillo to be hot, to be doing what he had to do. You needed the offense to be clicking. Whenever they didn't click, they lost. I mean, yeah. And you got to understand, I'm a passionate Montreal Alouette fan. I'm passionate about wherever I'm from. So because I'm here in Montreal, I love my Montreal Canadiens and I love my Montreal Alouettes. Period. So crazy. But you know, you seem to know a lot about the CFL. I like that. I like that. Not too many people do. And for all of you individuals out there, even though I know we're talking about the NFL, for all of you individuals out there that really think that the CFL is not a good product, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm going to be one to let you guys know, in case you didn't know. CFL players could go out to the NFL, make NFL squads, and be stars in the NFL. NFL players cannot come to the CFL and be stars. Plain and simple. I could name you a handful of stars that left the CFL and went to the NFL and represented. Like the Garcias of the world, like the Warren Moons of the world. Yes, indeed. How many NFL players have come and played in the CFL and they've just been an average player out here? Ocho Cinco, the big running back that he was probably the best product of what they had. The one that liked to smoke a lot of paraphernalia. That's right, I can't remember his name off the top, but he played for your Toronto Argonauts. He was probably the best product of what came from the NFL that came over here and did a little bit of damage. But name me 5 other players that were great out here from the NFL. They were stars in the NFL, and they were just average players out here. Manziel, average player out here. He wasn't really a star in the NFL, but he was predicted to be a star out there. All that to say, you guys stop degrading the CFL because it is a very good product. Plain and simple. It may not be to everybody's liking, but it's still an interesting and good product. And that's all I'm going to say on that. You may not like it because of the fact of the matter that it has different type of rules. There's different ways of scoring. For example, if you try to kick a field goal and you miss the field goal, there's somebody in the end zone that catches a ball. If they cannot run the ball out of the end zone, that's an extra point for the kicking team. You see stuff like that. There's different rules. The rules aren't exactly the same as the NFL, but the product is still a very good product. Plain and simple. I've been following the CFL since I'm a kid, so I'm one to let you guys know. Don't knock it. It's not the NFL, but it's not garbage either. For those of you individuals, I'm letting you guys know my prediction for tonight's game. Kansas City against the Baltimore Ravens. I am picking the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. For 2 reasons. One reason is because of the fact of the matter that I believe Baltimore has upgraded. Tim the Greek, welcome back, my man. How you doing? The Baltimore Ravens have upgraded by getting the running back from the Titans. You're going to put him in the backfield with your reigning MVP? Who's stopping that? I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking, buddy. You have all that talent in your backfield on the offensive side of the ball, plus you have a world-class defense. I'm telling you, man, this has got to be their year. This has got to be the year that the Baltimore Ravens come out and, take it to the next level. So, with that being said, I think they're going to start week 1, which is tonight. They are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Another reason why I believe the Kansas City Chiefs are going to lose is because of the mere fact of the matter that they're in my division. And there's only going to be one real dog in my division, in case you guys can't see. The owners of that division are going to be my Raiders. Yes, sir. You heard it here first. And I said it before. If you guys tick me off, I'm going to let my Raiders win the Super Bowl this year. Did he really? Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. In basketball, yeah, he retired. Well, how much is that going to affect you guys? Is that a big loss for you guys? If by chance I have any Dallas Cowboy fans out there, oh, he played 24 years. That's a beautiful career right there. Yo. Well, I hope he enjoys his retirement. If by chance in this chat I have any Dallas Cowboy fans out there, I want you guys to know directly, I am not one of them. Nobody enjoys watching the Dallas Cowboys get beat more than your man right here. So, if and when they lose, come up here and enjoy that moment with me. Yeah, he did. He played more. Well, if he played 24 years, he played more seasons than LeBron James. So there is somebody out there that played more than LeBron James. I hope his career was better. I'm almost positive it was. The first Raiders matchup is going to be Sunday. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe we're starting off with with Cleveland. It's a big ask, but hey, I'll let you guys know directly. I don't care who we're playing. Whoever we're playing, we're going 1-0. That's it. That's all. Doesn't matter who we are playing, we are winning that game. That's just how I feel. Doesn't matter who the Dallas Cowboys are playing, they will lose that game. In my humble opinion. For you Dallas Cowboy fans that are sitting around waiting for the Cowboys to win their Super Bowl, I suggest you guys forget that. It's not happening. The Dallas Cowboys will not win another Super Bowl anytime soon. Two stints, 10 years. That's a very lucrative career, Dim the Greek. Very lucrative career. Impressive. Don't know much about him. What position did he play? Was he a point guard, power forward, center? I'm going to look him up later. Check out his stats. Compare his stats to the so-called king. Power forward and center. Okay. Okay. I'm going to check him out. I want to see some highlights of what he had to offer. On Sunday at about 11 o'clock, you're going to have the Raiders guru come up here and give you the predictions of about 4 games that will be played on Sunday. He's going to be letting you guys know how he thinks the Raiders season is going to be. He's going to be letting you know the predictions. On a weekly basis, when the Raiders play, he's going to be coming up on a Sunday at about 11 a.m. to give his prediction on that particular week. on how the Raiders are going to do and how 3 other teams that week are going to do. And we're going to see exactly how well he's doing in his predictions. We're going to keep a little chart because he's the guru. He's the Raiders guru. He knows what he's talking about. Yes, sir, Bob. He knows exactly what he's talking about. So, so crazy. I'm hoping I see you back here at 11 a.m. on Sunday to listen to the guru's prediction of the Raiders, how the Raiders are going to do on Sunday, how we're going to annihilate whoever it is we're playing. I want you guys to come and take note of what a genius prediction is all about. So crazy. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Where are you from? You use that word mate, so that lets me know that you've got to be mate. England? I appreciate the support. Thank you. But I really want to see you back up here Sunday at 11 a.m. I really want to see you back up here to see the guru. Since you happen to be a Raider fan, I want you back up here. Yes, sirree. Yeah, man. I'm trying to build my own little Raider nation right here in North America. So, hey, the more Raider fans that are following me, Quebec City, but French Canadian. So a lot of English. Got you. Quebec City, beautiful place. Beautiful place. Welcome. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of hoping you guys don't get a hockey team back because growing up, you were our rivals, and there's a lot of times you made me go to bed. That Quebec team made me go to bed very upset. So for the rival part of it, I would love to see them get one back, but wow. It's all about my Montreal Canadiens, baby. Habs all day, every day. If there's anybody out there that believes Kansas City is going to win tonight, please don't be shy. Put it in my comment section. Let me know what you guys really think. Yeah. So crazy. You're absolutely correct. For whatever reason, they're trying to water down the Canadian teams that they have, and they're trying to move all their teams to the United States, which is kind of sad, seeing as how hockey is Canada's sport. The worst team in the NFL for me, worst team in the NFL. I really don't think there is any worse team in the NFL. I have teams that I really don't like for different reasons. Like, for example, my youngest son, his favorite team is the Seattle Seahawks. I don't like that team because they have that fluorescent green uniform that I just cannot stand. So that's the reason why I don't like them. What other team am I not really? Well, anybody who's ever heard the sound of my voice knows I am not a Dallas Cowboy fan. Period. Reason being because I think that they have an owner that's just a little bit too invested. You understand what I mean? I think the owner needs to be up in the booth. Yes, you're right. Dallas, them the Greek, man. You know, hey, that's okay. Me and you're going to have a lot of back and forths then, since you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. Oh, yeah, respectfully. We're going to have a lot of back and forths. Because anytime my Raider does well and your Cowboys don't, I'm going to make sure you know about it. For new teams, yeah. Increased purchase prices for the new teams. Absolutely. Absolutely. But allegedly, apparently, I think that they're planning to bring a couple more teams back this side to North America. So we're going to see how it works out. For the longest while, I've heard them say they want to put a team in Hamilton, which is a little bit strange, seeing as how now you're going to have 3 teams in Ontario: Ottawa, Toronto, and then Hamilton. But it is what it is. If we could get a few more teams out here in North America and balance off the scales, because I mean, hey, no matter how you slice it, any team that you see win the Stanley Cup, go check their roster and see how many North American players are on their roster. It's a North American sport. We need some more teams out here, is all I'm saying. Is all I'm trying to say. So crazy. Yeah. I mean, logically speaking, Quebec should be the next city that gets a hockey team. No word of a lie. In my humble opinion, Quebec should have never lost their hockey team. But that's a different story for a different day. Yeah. And you know the funny thing about it, you're right. Then the Greek, if Canada ever did make their own personal league, it would be much better than the NHL. Why? Because as I said before, the majority of the NHL players are North American. The majority. Not all of them, but a good percentage of them are North American. Some of their best players out there, like a McDavid, his navel string was cut right out here in North America. These are facts. So even though they want to water it down and make it seem like, yeah, you know, Canada doesn't have very much to offer right now where hockey's concerned, they're very mistaken. For a few thousand people in a university, yeah, exactly. Like, instead of taking teams away from North America, you should be taking teams away from Phoenix. How is that team still surviving? Since that team has been in the league, that team has not made very big numbers where attendance is concerned. But yet still, every year, they're still out there in Phoenix. And instead of taking a team away from Phoenix, what do? They move them from the stadium that they're in into a smaller stadium. Where did they do this? But teams in North America, if they're having issues with attendance, the only thing they think about doing is stripping that team and moving it to some team in the United States of America. $40 and 50 degrees. I'm surprised the ice does not melt out there in Phoenix. Exactly. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. That's why, I'm sure you're just like me. That's why, as a true Canadian, no word of a lie, when the playoffs come around for the hockey, I support my team, the Montreal Canadiens, if they're in it. Once my team gets eliminated, I jump on the bandwagon of whatever other Canadian teams that are out there. That's a Canadian way. We love who we love, but once they're gone, we love our country. It's that simple. So last year, you got to understand, all of Canada wanted Edmonton to win that Stanley Cup. Process of elimination, my friend. That's how we do it. Process of elimination. Once our team gets eliminated, all we do is support the next best thing. As long as they got a flag on their jersey, we're all about that. That's Canadian pride. Yes, sirree. European. Can't go wrong. Come on, guys. I need to know, man. How excited are you about this NFL season? How excited are you that it's back? I can't wait. I wish I was in front of my TV right now getting ready for the kickoff. That's how excited I am. Plain and simple, man. Show you guys that logo again. The best logo that football has ever created. This logo is so great that they had to move to 3 different cities because 3 different cities wanted this logo to represent for them. Oakland, LA, and now Vegas. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. We travel. Yeah. Yeah. And in case anybody does not know, Raider Nation has the most passionate fans out there. Beautiful. Me too. Me too. Exactly. I'll be watching the game tonight too. Got some work I got to do beforehand, and I'm going to try my best to make sure everything is all ready to go. So by the time kickoff starts, I can be just sitting down there, enjoying my popcorn, and watching the Baltimore Ravens kick the crap out of the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patty Mahone, and the Swifties, and everything else that goes along with them. That's it. I've had about enough of those Kansas City Chiefs running reign in my division. I've had about enough of it. It's enough. They got to go. They got to go. And it starts tonight. I need you guys to share. I need you guys to like. And I need you guys to hit those subscribe buttons. Help this channel grow. Double the Innocence is out. I'll be back up here probably tomorrow to talk about this game. So, feel free. So crazy. I hope I see you back then. You guys take care of yourself, man. Have yourself a blessed day. Deuces.